The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello and welcome to this webinar on the Qualification in Career Development. I'm Claire Johnson. I'm the Career Development Institute's Professional Development Manager, and I'm also the lead moderator for the Qualification in Career Development. What I'm going to do in this short webinar is just introduce you to the Qualification in Career Development and the professional report that you'll be asked to produce, and further information on how you do that's available on our website and in the QCD handbook, and you'll also get lots of support on the topic from your university. So first of all, what is the Qualification in Career Development? Well, it's a qualification that is integrated into the Master's Postgrad Diploma in Career Development at 7 universities in England and Scotland. And the QCD is viewed very highly by employers. They tend to see it as the gold standard. So people that have a Master's Postgrad Diploma, which includes the Qualification in Career Development, are always very much in demand for vacancies across the UK. It enables you to work in any part of the career development sector because it covers all aspects of the work, and it's valued everywhere in the UK. We award the QCD, so as a professional body for the sector, it's one of our roles to develop and moderate and then award this particular qualification. And to attain the QCD, we ask that you produce a QCD professional report. The purpose of this report is that it provides assurance to employers and also clients that you've met all 16 of the QCD learning outcomes and the specific CDI requirements which relate to professionalism, conducting career guidance interactions, interviews, being able to run career-related learning in groups, that you understand how to gather, organise and use career-related information, and that you've undertaken work-based learning as part of your studies. And then that combination of postgrad and professional skills and knowledge equips you with the capacity to develop and deliver services that will meet the increasing and divergent needs of clients in a globalised society. So how did we develop the QCD? Well, we undertook a large consultation with employers across the UK and also looked at the national occupational standards for career development and other qualifications relevant for the sector. And we produced what we call the blueprint. And this is a blueprint of learning outcomes for professional roles in the entire sector. And they are categorised under careers information and assessment, career education, career counselling, programme management, and networking and advocacy. And all of them are underpinned by professionalism. So we use the blueprint to develop the learning outcomes for the QCD. And that is what you are demonstrating, that you have met these learning outcomes whilst producing your professional report. As I said earlier, how to produce your professional report, you'll be given specific instructions by your university, and you produce this as an electronic document. You need to have a cover page with your name and course centre, a list of contents, a location of evidence document, which we provide to you, which shows where for every piece of evidence that you are putting into your professional report, where that meets one or more of the learning outcomes. And we also need a statement that confirms that all the evidence is your own work. These are the requirements of the professional report. We've adjusted these for this year only in light of COVID-19. Normally, we would ask that, for example, people do 6 assessed interviews. But because students might experience some difficulties in accessing people to interview, we've reduced this requirement to 4 for students who start during the 2020-2021 academic year. So for the 4 assessed interviews, we ask that you provide assessment feedback from your assessor and your own reflection on those interviews. And one of those interviews must now be by a means other than face-to-face. So a telephone interview, a Zoom interview, an interview by email, etc. Again, your university will be able to provide you more specific information about that. But given the COVID-19 situation and the need for more career guidance to be delivered online, it's important that all students know how to do that. So we're making that a requirement for this year. We also normally ask for 3 assessed group works. We've reduced that to 2 for this year. And again, the assessment feedback from your assessor on the group works that you've delivered and your own reflection on how the group work went are requirements for the professional report. Because we also need to check that you can gather, organise and use career-related information, then a copy of the assignment or the report that you do as part of your university studies is a requirement for the professional report. As you know, if you're on a full-time course, then we require that you do a placement, and that enables you to learn more about what it's like to do the job in practice. If you're on a distance learning course, you might well be working still for the employer that has allowed you to come on the course. And again, we need evidence of your learning from these placements. Normally we ask for a 20-day placement, which can be split over a number of weeks. This year we've reduced that requirement to 10 days. And we also ask that you do 10 days worth of work-based learning. So that can be attending careers fairs, the CDI student conference, parents' evenings, other different ways of doing work-based learning, details of which you'll find in the QCD handbook. Again, this year you may find that doing some of those will be virtual, so attending a conference virtually would be acceptable learning for that aspect of the professional report. We also need to see copies of all your assignments and the feedback from your assessor. And the university produces a document which shows how those assignments meet the 16 learning outcomes. So we just need to be able to have a look through those assignments, check what you've done, and make sure that we're happy as well that you've met the learning outcomes of the QCD. And then finally, in the professional report, we ask that you include a reflective account or a written copy or recorded copy of a professional guided discussion that you've had with your tutor. And that needs to cover your learning from the course, how you abide by the CDI's Code of Ethics, and also what your future continuous professional development needs are, so that you're looking forward into your first year job role and thinking you've learned various things from your studies at university, but what else would you like to know more about? And that gives you an opportunity to reflect on those, note those down, so that when you start employment, you've got a record of those areas that you feel that you need to further develop your skills and knowledge. The CDI does a lot to actually support the QCD. So we regularly update the qualification. We approve universities to actually deliver it. So there's quite an intense process that universities have to go through to show that they're equipped to deliver the QCD satisfactorily to students. We have a team of moderators. There's a lady called Marion Edwards, a chap called Pete Bevan, and myself, and we are the 3 QCD moderators. And we each have universities that we work with. So we moderate the professional reports. We either do that in person by visiting the university, or more recently, and possibly into the future, we do that virtually. So your QCD professional report is sent by your tutor to the relevant moderator, and we then look through it to make sure that we're happy that you've met the requirements. We also each year produce moderator theme reports on different topics. So this enables QCD centres, 7 universities, to share good practice amongst themselves about how aspects of the programme are being delivered. Every year we also produce QCD destination figures. So I'm happy to report that every year people who complete the QCD find work in the sector if they want to do so. So the destination figures are very normally in the very high 90%, 96, 97% of people finding work in the sector with if they have the QCD and the master's or postgrad diploma. And we use those destination figures to lobby governments and assemblies about the need for professionally qualified people to deliver career guidance and development. As you know, we produced the QCD handbook, so you will have received a copy of that electronically with your welcome pack. And there you'll find the link to the evidence location document I mentioned earlier, and also an employer placement brochure. So should you have the need to find your own placement and need something that will help to explain to an employer the benefits of having a student on placement with them, then please use that placement brochure. It's available on the QCD page on our website. We also hold QCD leaders meetings and moderator meetings twice a year to update each other as to developments in the sector, developments with the qualification, etc. I attend revalidation panels, so whenever a postgrad diploma or master's qualification is revalidated, there's a need for somebody from the professional body to be part of that panel, and I attend those. We obviously promote the QCD to new applicants, so that's an aspect of our work. And then there's the administration as well to do with the QCD, so fees payment, registration, and producing certificates for you all when you complete the QCD. If you haven't already done so, then it's really important that you complete the CDI student membership form. There's a link to that in the welcome pack letter that you were sent, and it also appears in the QCD payment section on our website. There is a fee for doing the QCD. Most professional bodies do charge a fee for the professional element of a qualification, and we are no different. And if you are paying the QCD fee yourself, then please go to the CDI website, QCD section in the Getting Qualified part of the website, and there you'll find how you can actually pay the fee. You can pay it by direct debit, which is our preferred method, or credit card or cheque. And if you want to pay the full amount, you can do so by any of those means. If you would prefer to pay in 3 separate instalments, then you can do so. You can set up 3 direct debit payment forms, again on the website. And those are the dates on which payment will be taken. So the choice is yours as to which way you pay, but it is important that you pay both your CDI student membership fee, complete the form, and pay the QCD fee. And then that way, when you've completed your studies and you've passed the QCD, we'll be able to issue your certificate. So please do go and familiarise yourselves with the CDI website. Getting Qualified section, there's a QCD page and then sub-page with the QCD payment information. And while you're there, have a look at all the other things that are offered via our website. So thank you very much for listening. I hope that I do manage to meet some of you face-to-face over the course of the coming year. If our student conferences go ahead face-to-face, then that will be an opportunity for me to meet you. Otherwise, please do feel free to get in touch if you've got any questions at all relating to the QCD or student membership or anything to do with the career development sector. And I'll be very, very happy to answer any emails or phone calls from you. Good luck with your studies. Take care out there, and thank you.